Now it's time to place components. In this video, we will learn how to place components within an area. Place individual components. Place a design reuse PCB element. Use the align command. And finally, use the cross select mode. First, we can observe that connection lines are visible between all connected nodes in our design. The connection lines show the point-to-point connectivity between all nodes in our design and move when a connected object moves. While it can be useful in visualizing the connections in our design, they can also be intimidating on a new board as they appear as a mass of connection lines crisscrossing all over each other. This is often referred to as a rat's nest. For training purposes, we will turn them off by going into the View menu. Connections. Hide all. Before we begin placing components, let's explore some of the quick placement options available to us. Within the Tools menu, under Component Placement, there are several options available to us. The Arrange options we will explore later in this video. The Place from File command allows us to place components using a specific location from within a pick and place file. The Reposition Selected Components command is used to reposition a number of selected components sequentially in the order that we select them. Finally, we can select a pair of components and easily swap their positions. After selecting the components we want to swap, go to Tools, then Component Placement, then select Swap Components command from the main menus. Alternatively, with the components selected, right-click, then select Component Actions, then Swap Components. Moving into the Edit menu. Under Move, we have more options. The Move command is used to move any object in the current document. When in the Move command, simply select any object with a left mouse button, click, and begin moving. To end the move, press the left mouse button again. Any routed track connected to the object will not be moved. The shortcut key M, then M again can be used to quickly enter this command. The Drag command is used to move any object in the current document. What is different with the Drag command is that if the object has connected tracks or arcs, these will remain connected as the object is moved. The shortcut key M, then D can be used to quickly enter this command. The Component command enables us to move components in the current document. After launching the command, click the component in the design that we want to move and move it to the required position, then click. The Move Selection command enables us to manually reposition selected objects on the current document. Any nets associated to an object in the selection will remain connected, and the connection lines follow the object when it is moved. Any routed track connected to the object will not be moved. The Move Selection by X, Y command is used to offset the current selection of objects by a precise amount in X or Y directions. After launching the command, the Get X and Y Offsets dialog will open. Use this dialog to specify delta X and Y increment values by which to move the selection. The Rotate Selection command is used to rotate selected objects in the design space counterclockwise or clockwise and by a specified angle of rotation. After launching the command, the Rotation Angle in degrees dialog will open. Enter the required angle of rotation from 0.001 to 360 degrees. The resolution is 0.001 degrees. Enter a positive value for counterclockwise rotation or a negative value for clockwise rotation. Click OK to close the dialog, then position the cursor and click to define the reference point for rotation. The selected objects will be rotated about the reference point by the entered angle. Flip Selection allows us to flip the selected object horizontally around the Z-axis to the corresponding layer on the opposite side of the board. For example, objects on the top layer will be flipped to the bottom layer. To quickly flip objects to the opposite layer, with an object selected and in a move operation, simply press the L key. All of these move options are also available in the active bar along the top. Now let's use several of these commands to begin our component placement. Let's start with placing a component within an area. Select a group of components in the design by drawing a rectangle around them. We'll use the command Tools, then Component Placement, followed by Arrange within Rectangle. Alternatively, we can use the shortcut keys T, O, R. We can then draw a rectangle. All components will be placed within the drawn rectangle. This illustrates how to get any selected group of components within a specific area of your board to begin placement. Now, we will position all the components outside of the board. With all the components still selected, click Tools, then Component Placement, followed by Arrange Outside Board. We can also use the shortcut keys T, O, O. Hit Shift-C to clear the current component selection. Though dragging is not a very precise method, it is sufficient for some components. Interfacing components, such as headers or connectors, often require specific locations. Let's place the 40-pin header component J1 in a specific location. Double-click on the component to open the Properties panel. Add the coordinates x equals 3525 mils, y equals 265 mils, and a rotation of 180 degrees. This will position the component to a specific location and orientation. If we lock the position of the component, it cannot be moved or pushed. Now, let's use the Align command to align different components. Select the 4 Anderson connectors and place them within the board area. We don't have to be very precise for now. Note that the Move commands are also available in the active bar along the top. We will select our desired components. Use the command Edit, Align, Align Right. The components are moved to align with whichever select part was farthest right. Note that we can also use the active bar or right-click menu to access the Align commands. Observing the Align menu, we can see that the alignment functions works to align selected components to the left, top, and bottom as well. Ensure the 4 components are selected. Select the Align menu, followed by Distribute vertically. The components should now be vertically spaced evenly. If needed, increase or decrease the distance between the components with increase vertical spacing and decrease vertical spacing. Often it is necessary to reference the schematic when placing components. Let's use the cross-select mode to help find components. Open the Preferences, select the System branch, then Navigation. Here you can verify that the cross-selection checkbox is enabled under cross-select mode. Click OK to exit the preferences. Enable cross-select mode from the Tools menu. If the icon has a blue outline around it, then the cross-select mode is already enabled, as shown. In the schematic document, select the 2 capacitors using the Shift key to allow the selection of multiple items. With cross-select mode, these 2 parts will now also be highlighted in the PCB. Let's now place these parts by going to Tools, Component Placement, Reposition selected components. The first component should automatically jump to the cursor for placement. Click to place it in the bottom right corner near the 40-pin header. The second component should now automatically jump to the cursor. Place it as shown just above the header. Now, let's position the leftmost capacitor exactly in a given position. Double-click on the capacitor to open its Properties panel dialog. Change the X and Y position to 88.8 mm and 1.5 mm. Press Enter to accept the change. Let's place the remaining components using different methods. Click in the center of a component and hold down the left mouse button. The component will move with our cursor. Release the mouse button at the desired location. Open the PCB panel. Set the drop-down at the top to Components. For drag and drop, in the select boxes at the top of the panel, uncheck Select and check Clear Existing. Enabling the Zoom option will zoom into the selected component. Click on a component class or outside board components. All class components and outside board components will be listed in the Components pane. Directly from the Components section in the PCB panel, click on a component and drag it directly into the PCB board area. Release the mouse at the desired location. Let's place multiple components from the PCB panel. Select multiple components from the Components area using the Control key and left-click selection. Drag one of the selected components into the PCB. After the first component is placed, the rest of the selected components will be on the cursor, ready to place. For the remainder of the components, enable the Select checkbox at the top of the PCB panel. Select the Outside Board Components class. This will select the remaining components outside the board area. Go to Tools, Component Placement. Reposition selected components to sequentially place the rest of the components. In this video, we explored the many ways to place components within the PCB environment.